Welcome back to another episode of the That Mobile Home Show. My name is Nick. I am your host. We are here today to talk about The Wizard of Oz. No, we're not. But we are here to talk about wind. Inspired, of course, by Wizard of Oz, tornadoes, stuff like that. We are here in Peoria, Arizona, where we are at the end of August, and this is the season for monsoons. Monsoons are great, and they also pose a challenge to those of us with mobile homes, manufactured homes, or our site-built homes that have aluminum features like awnings. This can be a challenging time. This is similar to what people across the country experience in their seasonal storms in Arizona. We just call this the monsoon. And typically a monsoon afternoon, it's very hot. The air is a little thick. And you're looking at the clouds going, okay, something might roll in. You see something off in the distance, and you're like, ooh, that has some promise. And then you spend some time, you might look at your phone, just curious, or I look at my phone because let's admit it, I'm a nerd. And I look at my radar, and I look at my lightning strikes and stuff like that. But essentially for us in Arizona, the monsoon often shows up as a bunch of dirt, like what you'd picture in the movies as this giant dust storm coming our way. In Arizona, we call it a haboob. It's awesome. It makes me giggle each time I say haboob. So we have this big haboob approaching us, and you can see that the dirt's high, and it's intimidating. And you're like, here it comes. Then all of a sudden, just the wind picks up around you. You have to squint your eyes because the dirt is just pelting you. All of your patio furniture is falling over. If you had the mistake of having an umbrella up, you got to go chase that umbrella before it impales someone or something. And it is really strong winds for a short amount of time. It could go on for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, but really, those strong winds really last for 3 to 5 minutes. And then it's just a steady storm after that. And then we cross our fingers and hope that we get some rain. And we listen for the thunder and watch the lightning. So monsoons are great. I love monsoons. But every time there's a monsoon, I have to cross my fingers and hope that my properties are okay. I remember one time, it was August 2022. We had an epic storm here in Peoria. My home is situated there's 2 or 3 mobile home parks within half a mile of my home. And I remember at the conclusion of this conclusion of this monsoon, there were pieces of awning so far from where they belonged. We couldn't even exit the community because all of the light poles and all of the telephone poles, electrical poles, they had all snapped all along 91st Avenue here in Peoria. And there are electric lines down for a mile. And then on Cactus, there are electric lines down for a mile. So we couldn't even really exit the community unless we had a great way to avoid any roads that had electric lines. But walking around, we went out to just like 3 blocks away, and you could see in, not the main road, but in like a halfway road, all of these pieces of aluminum awnings that used to be on manufactured homes, that used to be on mobile homes, were now in that street or wrapped around a light pole, or there were some homes that were damaged. There were some vehicles that were damaged by the flying aluminum. It was, I don't want to say catastrophic because it was not tornadic. It was not a tornado. But for the homeowners in this community, it was catastrophic. It was a challenging time because they endured this storm for a good 20 minutes. By the way, I have Ring footage from my Ring doorbell camera where we can see at the height of this storm where there's 8 trash can bins, city trash can bins, the giant ones that are just flowing down the street in the river and blown by the wind. It was amazing. So these homeowners have already endured this storm that lasted probably 10, 15, 20 minutes, had some torrential rain for that brief amount of time, and then they walk outside and their driveway is no longer covered. over the doors, it's no longer covered, or part of it is been ripped over. So this was a challenge. Some of the homeowners chose to file the homeowner's insurance claims. Some maybe didn't have insurance or weren't willing to submit that claim and went ahead and did repairs themselves. But one thing that we experienced here in Arizona, we have a few vendors that provide, the supplies for awning repair, awning posts, things like that. After that storm, all of my favorite vendors, they were sold out. There was like a waiting list to get the new posts. There was a waiting list to get the new aluminum covers for awnings, and people had to wait a prolonged amount of time. One of my properties, we couldn't even get access to the materials for another 4 weeks. And we weren't even relying on homeowners insurance, filing a claim. This was just, okay, it's going to cost us this much money to repair it. It's one of our investment properties. Let's go ahead and get the materials and have it installed. And we had to wait 4 weeks for these to happen. So the purpose of this call is to give you some hope. There are services around, there are vendors around who are here to help you. If you are specifically in the Arizona area and you want to get a resource on who to reach out to in the event that your awning is damaged, send us a message, and we'll be sure to send out our list of preferred partners. So this brings up another thing. If you want to be one of our preferred partners, send me a message. You can be in Arizona, you can be in Alabama, you can be across the country. If you would like to get on our preferred partners list, please send me a message with your contact information, what you specialize in, and what your ideal client is, who your ideal client is. And we'll be sure to have that on file for whenever our listeners need support when they need their homes repaired. So reach out to us if you need a lead on who to contact. No matter where you are in the country, we have our preferred vendor list. If you're a vendor and you want to be on the preferred vendor list, of course, reach out to us. We'll add you to that list. That way we can support everyone who is in the mobile home and manufactured home community. And really, that is the whole point of today. Making sure that you know where to turn in those mornings when you wake up and you go, oh my goodness, what do I do? Who do I call? Let us be a resource. Let us connect you to someone who can assist you. As always, you can reach out to us. You can reach us at thatmobilehomeshow.com. Reach out to us there. You can find us on Instagram. I am Nick, that mobile home guy. That might be the easiest way to find us. You can send a DM through there. You can also reach us on Facebook. All right, that wraps up today's show. This is That Mobile Home Show. Have an epic day. See ya.